Hi, everyone. I'm Claire Crowley, an asset protection attorney at Old Colony Law. Old Colony Law is a boutique asset protection law office working to protect your life's work, your family, and your ultimate legacy. We provide estate planning services, representation for estate administration and probate, and we work with business owners on LLC formation and operation. We have offices in Western Massachusetts in Hadley and in the North Shore in Amesbury. Please visit our website, oldcolonylaw.com, to learn more about our asset protection services. Thank you for joining me today. Let's discuss the basics of LLCs. Because I am an attorney, I have to say that this content is informational in nature and not intended to be legal advice. Let's get started. So what are LLCs all about? I'm sure you're familiar with the term LLC, but today we'll discuss what an LLC is, what an LLC does, and why you need one for your business. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. An LLC is a legal entity that, when correctly formed and operated, provides asset protection for business owners. An LLC shields a business owner's personal assets, your home, your life savings, from business-related claims. Sometimes this is referred to as limiting the liability of the business owner. So why would a business owner want limited liability? Well, this is what an LLC does and why you need one. Businesses get sued all of the time. Think about the classic example where a customer in a store slips on a banana peel and falls and breaks their leg and sues the store. Businesses can be sued by customers, clients, contractors, and other businesses. Many business owners make the mistake of thinking that their business is low risk and less likely to get sued because of the type of business it is and the type of services the business provides. For example, Sally wants to start a life coaching business. She's going to call it Little Sally Big Results. She starts her business online, gets her website up and going. She interacts with her clients through Zoom coaching sessions. Her clients pay her for her big results coaching sessions, and it all seems pretty harmless, right? I want to reiterate that any business can be sued at any time. Sally could be sued by an unhappy customer. She could be sued for breach of contract or infringement or misrepresentation. It happens. The benefit of the LLC is that it creates a shield or a veil around a business, which separates the debts, liabilities, and obligations of the business from the debts, liabilities, and obligations of the business owner. Essentially, you are not your business, even though it might feel like it sometimes. Now, the separation between you and your business is not absolute or everlasting. This is where the asset protection work comes in. If an LLC is not properly formed and not properly maintained, it breaks down like a car. The longer you put off getting an oil change or new tires, the more likely it is that your car breaks down and requires more costly repairs. Same with the LLC. The longer an LLC is neglected, the more likely the asset protection veil or shield around the business breaks down too, which can be expensive because it exposes your personal assets to business claims. So to start, what do you need to properly form and maintain your Massachusetts LLC? For LLC formation in Massachusetts, you're going to need articles of organization and an operating agreement. In addition, an LLC annual report must be filed every year. So let's talk a little bit about the certificate of organization. An LLC is formed when you file a certificate of organization with the Office of the Secretary of the Commonwealth. It might sound obvious, but you need to make sure your certificate of organization is properly filled out. The certificate requires an EIN, name and address of a registered agent, address where records are maintained, the name and address of the LLC manager, and the list goes on. Now, mistakes can be costly to fix and embarrassing. So Certificate of organizations are, they're public record. Anyone can go to the Secretary of the Commonwealth sites and look up your certificate of organization. So you want to make sure you start your business off strong and get your certificate of organization done correctly. Spell names correctly. Addresses should be correct as well. All of these things can be costly and embarrassing to fix. Word of caution. Just because you filed your certificate of organization doesn't mean you're personally shielded from your business. There are many times, countless instances, where a business owner sets up an LLC, fills out the certificate of organization, and does nothing else. They think, oh, I have limited liability because I filed my certificate of organization, and I never have to worry about anything again. Wrong. You don't want to do just the bare minimum. Think of the movie Office Space. You don't want to have just 15 pieces of flair. In the real world, you don't want to have just a certificate of organization for your LLC. Now, this is where the operating agreement comes in. If you're forming an LLC, you'll also need an operating agreement. Now, the Commonwealth does not require an operating agreement, but it's important to have even if you're a single member LLC. The operating agreement is the written document that spells out how and where your business is operated, how management decisions are made, who the LLC managers and members are, and their duties and obligations to the business and each other, and details of the allocations of profits and losses, and really the list goes on. At Old Colony Law, we provide clients with highly customized operating agreements that are created to limit the liability of the business owner. Now, while the Commonwealth does not require operating agreements, you don't want to just do the bare minimum. Again, the operating agreement helps bolster the argument that your business is a separate entity from yourself. So how is an LLC properly maintained? A Massachusetts LLC is maintained by filing an annual report with the Office of the Secretary of the Commonwealth. If you neglect to file this report, the LLC can be administratively dissolved, meaning the protections of the LLC no longer exist. Now let's go back to the example of Sally's life coaching business. So Sally filed her articles of organization for little Sally's Big Results Coaching in 2022. She's done nothing else. She's operated her business, she's coaching her clients, giving them life advice, and they're taking that advice. It's now 2024, and little Sally has not filed an annual report. She never set up an operating agreement. Now, if one of her clients sues her coaching business, it's likely that her personal assets are going to be exposed to liability. The takeaway here is that you never want to do just the bare minimum or just have 15 pieces of flair when it comes to your business and asset protection. I'm Claire Crowley of Old Colony Law. Starting a business is hard. I want to help make it easier. For more information about Old Colony Law, our LLC services, and how we can help your business get started and grow, visit our website, oldcolonylaw.com. See you soon.